Hi everybody, it's Caroline Quabell with roamingrv.com, and today I want to talk about the top 5 things RVers need to know about border crossing into Canada. Um, I get a lot of questions, or I hear a lot of concerns from people, foreigners to Canada, who are questioning about what they need to know to cross the border, what kind of documentation they need. And some people actually believe that they don't need to have any special documentation because they feel that maybe we're just an extension of the United States. And I just want to clarify some of that for you today. The first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that Canada and the United States are separate countries. This is really important. Although Canada and the United States have a lot of things that are similar, it's also important to remember because we're separate countries, there are many differences as well. And that includes we have a different legal system, our money system is different, and to a very large degree, we have a different culture. Um, so, that you have to remember that you actually are traveling to a foreign country if you're entering into Canada. Now, absolutely, there's a lot of similarities too, and I think you'll probably find that Canadians are, for the most part, are a friendly bunch, and we welcome visitors. We want you to come and see our country because we're very proud of it. However, if you've had any run-ins with the law, you've had a DWI or other conviction or charges against you, do your research before getting to the border because you might not be allowed into the country. It's better to be prepared than be disappointed. So if you have any problems with the law in your background, find out first whether you actually are able to come into Canada. Now, we require, one of the main things is a passport for identification purposes. And if you're a U.S. citizen, you must carry proof of citizenship, such as a passport, birth certificate, a certificate of citizenship or naturalization, a U.S. permanent resident card, or a certificate of Indian status, along with photo identification. So, once again, be prepared. Now, if you're traveling with children or pets, and if both custodial parents are traveling with the children, it's a non-issue as long as you all have proper identification. However, if both custodial parents are not traveling with the children, you may require a letter from the missing parent giving permission for the child to leave the country. Okay, so that's something that you need to be prepared for. Now, as for pets, of course, we welcome your dogs and cats and pets coming into Canada, but there are documents and requirements that must be met, and they're not difficult, but these policies are governed by the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. So once again, be prepared in advance. Check with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, and the link for that is through Canadian Customs. I'll put a link to my blog at the bottom of this video, and if you have any further questions, I've got some links there. Now, number 4, bringing food or alcohol across the border. Full-time RVers living in their RV sometimes forget what they're actually carrying with them, and I'm guilty, okay? Know what certain foods are restricted from entering Canada, and the laws change regularly depending on what is taking place in the agricultural industry. Citrus foods aren't allowed, and dog food must be in its original container. There's a limit as to how much alcohol and tobacco that can be brought into Canada without paying a duty. Not to say that you can't bring it in, but just be prepared. Make sure you declare what you have with you, and there's no problem bringing in extra, but as long as they're declared. If you don't declare them and you get caught with it, that's where repercussions seem to happen, okay? Number 5, seems to be the biggest concern by a lot of people, importing a gun or other weapons into Canada. And you have to understand that Canadians don't carry guns as a rule, and we're not used to having guns as being a major part of our lives. But that doesn't mean that you can't bring guns into Canada. But you have to be aware of what types of guns are allowed. Now, once again, do your research so you know what you can bring with you and what you should leave at home. Be honest with the Border Patrol agents, because if you aren't, and they find you have undeclared guns or weapons with you, you could face serious consequences, right down to the fact you could lose your vehicle, okay? Or there could be criminal charges. But you can bring weapons in. Please don't think that you can't, because you can. Now, once again, I'm going to put a link at the bottom on the write-up of this video to Canadian Border Services, and that's where you find out the ins and outs and what you can or can't bring in. Now, there's really no need to be stressed out about crossing the border. Be prepared, do your research in advance, and you'll be through the line quickly. Remember, don't be surprised if the border agents request entrance into your RV and will ask you to leave it while they do a search. They're allowed to do so. And by being forthright, you shouldn't encounter any problems. Have your documents ready, put a smile on your face, and come to Canada, and you'll find we've got a beautiful country here. We have fantastic scenery. Our food is delicious, and there's lots of attractions and events to enjoy. And border crossings don't have to be difficult. And the secret is to be prepared. Okay, so once again, now some of the resources that I will post on my blog are the Government of Canada, and it's www.canada.ca, and if you speak English, it's /EN for English and another /. U.S. Customs and Border Protection is www.cbp.gov. Canadian Border Services is www.cbsa-asfc.gc.ca. Now, if you're traveling with pets, remember I mentioned earlier, Canadian Food Inspection Agency is www.inspection.gc.ca/animals. So for even more information about border crossings into Canada and what visitors can expect, I've written an article on a magazine called Let's RV, and there will be a link to that on the bottom of my blog post as well. So it's in even actually more detail. So once again, I hope that this helps and it solves maybe some of your questions or concerns you might have about bringing your RV into Canada. Please do so. You're more than welcome. We look forward to sharing our country with you, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much. Once again, it's Carol Ann with roamingrv.com.